Good morning and welcome to Options Tender. It is Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. Welcome everybody. Welcome traders. We're looking at SPY on multiple time frames. I just wanted to go quickly before I start the top-down analysis and just give you a gist of, I think the bottom might be in. I added just a touch of put protection onto those same swings that I've had to the lower side to just in case some shenanigans happen with the CPI tomorrow. And but I added on plenty of calls out to late September, early October. So I'm looking to the upside now. But this is something that, I just want to show on ES on the futures from this entire move, top to bottom. We have a retracement that already touched the 50%. So in my mind, even though SPY did not, I think that with SPY not coming down to the 50, I suppose you can say it's dancing around the 382. Got under it and held the 382 here. So I'm going to consider that satisfied. Can price still go lower with some sort of CPI shenanigans tomorrow before the bell? Yes, absolutely. So anyway, let's do the top down so we can see what we're doing on the more powerful higher time frames. And by the way, we're doing this intraday. It's about 11:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, then consider becoming a supporter. We have lots of supporters and individual analysis. I did some trade alerts for you guys as well in the last couple days. One more today so far. I might add another one for Boeing. So we'll keep an eye on that. I do believe that it is coming to a bottom. So if not, this video will come out to the public at 4 p.m. as usual. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like the video. If you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Center logo and subscribe. Now I'm going to go through the top down. Not a whole lot to go that's different. I just wanted to point down that earlier time frame, but we will check this out. 2000 top, 21 top, 24 top, bing. All right. So we're getting rejection off of this 2000 line so far. A tweezer top at this point. A possible hangman doji. I'm leaning for price to go a little bit higher. We are in a bullish stance. Momentum is up on the 8 EMA on the monthly time frame, so it's natural for price to kind of form a top and hold. Even though the lower time frames are deteriorating, this is more dominant right now and is holding up. But just know that we're at resistance, and it's not a very good for long-term traders. It's just not a good risk reward. Weekly. On the weekly time frame, sort of looking at the same thing. For a possible channel, I'm looking for this to test the bottom of the channel. Is this a good bottom? Is this a good trend line? No, we only have one touch here. It could be that expanding trend line that we were looking at a long time ago. And I can actually draw this one here using these two lows. So I'll keep this as a dashed line, but that could be more the bottom where I was considering this an expanding ending diagonal. Do I still think so? Yeah, absolutely. So this move here can technically, if it's an ending diagonal, everything's in three waves, right? So we have three waves here for a one. This can be considered like an expanding flat or a running flat. So an A, B, C for one. 2, 3, you see this is a B wave. 4, and that's what we're considering this coming to the 23% retracement. And now we're getting A, B, we're in the B wave now, and looking for one more move up for C. Here's that point of view, and we had our last stop here. By the way, this next move should not hold for long above 162 retracement from the 2021 top here. We had this ending diagonal right here. So this is what I think this is, and this top could have been it. It still can, but I'm looking at it being more like this. Okay, so we had a 1, 2, and this would be the A would be here, the B here. So I'm just moving this up a degree. And now we're looking at this for the A is in up here. And these B's are tricky. So, and then we're looking for C to end here. So this is a clean version of what I'm looking for. And so naturally at the end of this move, a good target would be the bottom of, and a pretty rapid, I'm sure, should be the bottom of this ending diagonal, expanding diagonal. All right, so we're holding on to this 20-week moving average for this wave B. That seems good to me. If we would have got below it, maybe tomorrow we will. We're squeezed between the 8 EMA, the momentum, and the trend. So if we lose the trend, then we could really, come down fast to the lows here, and that could be still wave B and looking for higher. But it's just momentum is expanding here. Okay. You see how everything's smaller, larger, wave 3 much larger. And although we're losing momentum, I think this might just ride along the 20 up here and for its last move. Not sure it's going to go any lower now. So that's another clue the bottom's in. Let's go to the daily. Daily time frame. Large bearish rising wedge, broke down from it. Coming back to, this is still considered a back test, whether it comes exactly to this confluence or not. So, there's still room to go down. Just in case we're under that 8 EMA, we're having trouble with the 50. So, I put protection on right here today going into strength, just in case something happens going into tomorrow. So I have 2 days on these puts here. Now, getting above the 8 and the 50, the trend is still technically 20s moving up. And so price could move pretty quickly back above that point if it wants to with the CPI. This could be forming a higher low here. So with this being the last move of this being a possible A, B, C, we're looking for an impulse wave to the top here. And I know that some people count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll find a way to make that because it's wave 4 up here. It doesn't matter. I'm not, it's all speculative. I can count it either way. The point is getting the trend and looking for structure. Now, another way to look at this here on the daily is ending diagonal here. And we have a time relationship at 9/11, so tomorrow. And then on the lower time frame, that matches as well. And I'll show you, I had to adjust a little bit. So we didn't quite reach to 50%. Will we? Tomorrow should be the telling day. Good catalyst. And this is, I have this labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it doesn't matter. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to feel better about myself. All I have to think about is this 4 could be really part of this wave structure and doesn't have to come all the way down to cross 1 here. So this should be an impulse wave, whether you consider 3 or 4. And it doesn't change my trading style, because once I get up to these levels at 580, if we even get there, to 580, we're going short. All right, and we'll have some call protection. But I imagine this will be out to late, could be as early as FOMC. We have some time relationships here at 9:19. It's coming up really soon. So this could be just an acceleration point at, at FOMC. And maybe we go all the way out here to early October There's a good cluster there as well. And then I need a time relationship. And this is a good point for me to do this now. And since we have a low here, I'm going to put a time relationship from, go to the drawing tools. Here's the time ratio, Fibonacci time ratio. And the top is right here. And that gives us some more points here to look at. And then I clean it up. We've already been past this one. We're looking at 9/11. A couple things going on here. But the important parts are the clusters. Okay. So now we have these different ones. I know it gets a little bit busy when that happens, but you see another cluster here at around FOMC. So these are the new ones that are down here, and these are the older ones here. And there's a cluster there. So, you know, something could happen on these individual days there, but it's not as important as something like this, the massive cluster of stuff going on there. So that could be a major top. All right. Let's go down to the 65. And we kind of talked about this, so we'll go through this quick and then check out the Qs, IWM, SMH. So we're getting rejection off the 200 moving average. This could just be setting up a higher low. The low could be in, looking at the ES, and this good support here. But if we want to go lower, then we have protection on already. This confluence here rejecting off so far. So could eke out a new low. What would that look like? That would probably be, I can't imagine much lower than 537 at this point. With this being the top, I just would have to imagine this an ending diagonal, but it really kind of looks like it's complete. This is the top here, and it looks like an ABC zigzag here that already completed. So we'll see if we get a higher low going into CPI. And let's look at the Qs. Same thing, looking for a bottom. And what would that look like? Probably just an inch, a little bit lower here. Going into 447. This is already satisfied. We're already in that territory. We're above the 382. I said that was bullish. It's just looking a lot more bullish now. IWM. IWM got a nice formation here. It looks like it's completed. And we got a nice retracement. This is a 1-2 setup here in the IWM. So there you go. There's a trade setup here for you. Looks like this point might just be our last move to the upside there. And again, we were looking for this to be ending diagonal 3, wave 4, and a 3-wave move for wave 5 up here into the 887 around 235. SMH. Again, this bottom looks good. Doesn't want to go a little bit lower. You have the triangle here, so that looks like a wave 5. And this structure was coinciding with this wave 4. So this is a better clue that the lows are in, and we're looking for a retracement higher. All right, it could, if it does go for a new low, then we're looking at 211 being a good, another objective long there. All right, that's what I got for you guys. VIX is starting to pull back. You had that fake break in the flag, and it's holding right now, but it's pinching between the, I believe the 8. I think it's holding on to the 8 EMA. So if it breaks down from the 8 EMA, then this is going to start going lower, and the market's going to start going higher. So clearly, if this is holding and it starts to rise, we'll know that the market is going lower. All right, so that's just something to keep an eye on intraday. Okay, thanks for joining us here at Options Center. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.